Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching this video. My name is Tiffany Harris, and I am an international award-winning inspirational speaker. And for those of you who are not familiar with me, I am from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, born and raised. And so thank you for tuning in on today and watching this video. And so listen, it was very important for me to watch this video because I always get asked questions, whether I do podcasts, whether I do interviews, whether I'm speaking on stage. Tiffany, how did you get started with speaking, right? And so I want to create these videos and make sure you like, you share, and you subscribe because I'm going to be here adding more value and giving you more information as it relates to being a speaker. So if you are an aspiring speaker, an emerging speaker, or if you're already a professional speaker and you want to learn more speaking techniques, then you need to like, share, and subscribe, right? Don't keep all the goodness and juiciness that you're going to hear right here on my page all to yourself. Don't do that. Make sure you share it with other people, right? So we don't want to be gatekeepers of the information that we receive, right? And so that's the blessing, and us being blessed with information. Let's go ahead and be a blessing and share it with other people. All right. So good, good, good. All right, let's go. So listen, as I said, I am Tiffany Harris. I am from Philadelphia. I am an international award-winning inspirational speaker. And it still blows my mind that I have been able to speak and my voice has been amplified and heard in over 40 different countries. It still blows my mind that I have been able to speak publicly since 2016. And I'm absolutely blown away that I have been able to be a paid speaker on stages that I once thought that I was not qualified for, right? And so sometimes we have a tendency to sleep on ourselves. Come on. Sometimes we have a tendency to think that we don't have what it takes, right? To live out our full purpose. Sometimes we have a tendency to keep the muzzle on and to stay quiet because we think that our voice has no place in the world. Have you ever felt like there was a message, there was a story, there was information that you needed to get to someone else so that they can shift their life, so that they can soar, scale, and succeed? But you didn't do it because of fear, because of embarrassment, because of shame, because somebody told you you weren't good enough. But you knew deep down inside, this is what you were called to do. Have you ever felt like that? I have, right? And so when people say or ask me, Tiffany, how did you start speaking? Did you always want to be a speaker? I didn't. So the truth of the matter is, I wanted to be a teacher. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a teacher. I always saw myself as being a elementary school teacher. And so when I initially went to college, my major was education. And I initially switched my major to human development and family studies once I learned about my father having post-traumatic stress disorder, bipolar, and depression. And during that time, I was more intrigued. I was more interested and I was more fascinated about learning how one person's past affects their present, right? And so I switched my major. However, in retrospect, this is the ironic thing, I took some time to reflect on my years in college. And what I remember while I was in Penn State, I would do speeches or presentations, and we had to gather all the research, and then we had to get up there and present. And what I realized is that it was in me all along, right? What I realized is that I enjoyed getting up there and sharing information. What I realized is that I was already birthed with the gift and didn't even know it, right? You were already birthed with the gift and you may not know it yet. And so as a result, I've been able to be a speaker coach to other individuals. And by working with me, people have been able to increase their confidence. People have been able to structure a message, right? People have been able to deliver, right, information that is so impactful and unforgettable, right? And so you have it in you. And what I want to do by providing value right here is help you unleash it, help you unlock it, help you unpack it, right? So that you too can also be a standout speaker. All right. So, one of the things I want you to write this down if you didn't know, because one of the things that also holds us back from speaking, whether we an aspire speaker, an emerging speaker, or a professional speaker, sometimes we don't go to the next level is because we're looking to the right, we're looking to the left, instead of looking straight ahead and staying planted and focused and locked in, right? And laser focus, right? On what it is that we're called to do, what it is that we're called to say. So don't do that, right? And I used to do that, but don't you do that. Don't make the same mistake that I did. And I'm here as your speaker coach. I'm here to give you information on what I've learned, the mistakes that I've made, and what I've done to overcome, and how I've been able to speak on platforms in over 40 different countries. How I became an award-winning international speaker, right? You have to understand the importance. Also, another thing that I did was I invested in myself. So Lisa Nichols is my speaker coach. So I am coached by one of the world's most sought after motivational speakers, is Lisa Nichols herself. Absolutely blows my mind, right? And so what I've learned is that there are 4 types of speakers. And Lisa told me this, and I want you to write this down. There's 4 types of speakers. There's an informational speaker, right? And those usually look like, get this, your teachers, right? So remember, I told you I used to want to be a teacher. I can remember growing up playing school with my siblings and writing out lessons and standing up and teaching them. There's 4 types of speakers. So you have an informational speaker, right? Then you have your inspirational speaker. And that's somebody who's going to make you feel good, who's going to inspire you to think different, to do different, to want different. You have an inspirational speaker. Then you have your motivational speakers, right? And so my other coach is Eric Thomas, E.T., the hip hop preacher. He's my other coach. He's my personal development coach and my spiritual coach. And I've also taken techniques from him as a speaker. So he is the #1 motivational speaker in the world. And that is Eric Thomas, ET, right? He is a motivational speaker. And motivational speakers are the ones that get you up out of your seat. Those are the ones that, yeah, you know, you can do it. You seen ET, you know what I'm talking about, right? So and I went to see him live in Michigan not too long ago. And he's like, because you want to be at the top of the world. What's stopping you? You got to know you. It's you versus, he's one of those, right? That gets you hollering and nothing. He's one of those motivational speakers, right? And then you have your transformational speakers. Those are the ones who are going to go right down there with you. They're going to disrupt some things. They're going to stir up some things, right? But then they also want to bring you back up so that your whole world transforms, right? So what type of speaker are you? It's important to do a self-evaluation, a self-assessment, and identify the type of speaker that you are. Are you an informational speaker? Are you an inspirational speaker? Are you a motivational speaker? Or are you a transformational speaker? And either one is fine. Just know your lane. And when you know your lane, when you know your specific calling, when you know your specific assignment, when you stand in your specific authority and not be discouraged and self-sabotage because you're looking over here and you're looking over here and you see this person, who, ha, ha, oh, and you are like, yes, this is your day. This is your time. This is your moment. This is your purpose. This is your passion. Y'all all doing the same thing. It's just your delivery is different. So don't compare. All right. So what you have, what you were birthed with, is good enough. It works. Right. All right. So don't forget that. I want to make sure that y'all wrote that down. And so, though that's something that I too had to realize myself. All right. So that's four different types of speakers. And so they say, well, Tiffany, another question I get asked is, how have you been able to speak on so many platforms and get on so many stages? All right. Here's the thing. Write this down. Be your authentic self. That's it. Be your authentic self. I cannot be nobody other than Tiffany. You cannot be nobody other than who you are. Be your authentic self. Because here's the thing, who is for you will find you. Who is attracted to you will connect with you. What is for you, you will have, right? What God meant for you is for you. There's no need to transform. There's no need to conform. There is no need to show up as a fraud, as a fake, right? Come on now. Be you. And that's it. So I just showed up as my authentic self. I never tried to be like anybody else. I never switched up to say, oh, well, I'm an inspirational speaker. And I don't usually get all loud and my voice doesn't usually go up here like other speakers. So maybe I need to switch it up and talk a little bit louder and maybe I'll be more effective. No, I'm going to do what Tiffany do. And I'm going to reap the results and benefits that Tiffany's supposed to reap and receive, right? Do what you're supposed to do, and you will reap the results and benefits that you're supposed to reap. All right. So that's the first thing. Be authentic. So the other way that I get into these rooms is getting and I'm able to get on these stages. I build meaningful relationships. Yeah. I build meaningful relationships. And here's the other thing. I'm very intentional and deliberate about the relationships that I build. Right. And so you also have to understand your avatar. You also have to understand your morals and your values and who you want to have a relationship with. Everybody's not for you. Everybody's not meant to be in that inner circle, right? And it's not to take anything away from anybody else, but we have to understand when we're going somewhere, when we're elevating, when we are ascending, when we are transforming, when we are transitioning, everybody can't go, right? Family members included. And it's not to say that you don't love them, but some people you have to love from a distance, right? So get out of your comfort zone and build relationships, build meaningful relationships, right? So I'm authentic, I'm my authentic self. I built meaningful relationships, and I am intentional and deliberate about getting in the right room, right? Write this down. Highlight right room. Every room that you walk in, every room that you decide to go in, that is not the right room. Don't just say yes just to say yes. Don't go just to say I went and I can post a selfie and post pictures and say that I was here. How is that room helping you grow? How is that room helping you shift? How is that room helping you reach your goals? You have no time to waste. I know I don't have no time to waste, right? So I'm not focused on getting in every room. I'm focused on getting in the right room, right? That's it. The right room. So you have to ask yourself, what is the right room for you? So make a list. What's your vision? What's your passion? What's your mission? Where do you want to be? Where do you want to go? Who has the answers to your problem? Who has the solution? Those are rooms you want to be in. Those are relationships that you want to build. Those are the people that you want to meet. All right. All right. So that's three. I'm going to give you one more as a bonus. How I'm able to speak on stages in over 40 different countries, be an award-winning international speaker, be a speaker coach and help others increase their confidence, become paid speakers, right? Deliver an impactful and unforgettable message. So I'm my authentic self, right? I build meaningful relationships. I get in the right room. And four, I go alone if I have to, right? And so sometimes we miss our blessing. Sometimes we miss the opportunity because we're waiting for other people. Mm-mm, don't do that. Don't wait for other people. Don't block your blessing. Don't miss the timing because you're waiting for other people to show up. So a couple of years ago, I told my team that I was going to intentionally get in the right room, even if that meant going alone. And that's what I did. I started getting in these rooms alone, even if people didn't go, even if people didn't get their ticket. And come on, I'm giving y'all more gems. I'm going to give you another nugget. I'm going to give you a little cherry on top with some sprinkles. And I paid the VIP price. Yep. So I invested in myself. You have to be willing to invest in yourself. I told you that Lisa Nichols is my speaker coach and Eric Thomas, E.T. the hip hop preacher. He is my spiritual coach and my personal development coach. I invested in myself, right? Because I know those are the right rooms that I need to be in with those communities that they have. And I'm doing it alone, whether it's virtual or in person. I'm doing it alone. In a couple of weeks, I'll be in LA with Lisa Nichols for 3 days, 3 or 4 days with Lisa Nichols and her team. Do it alone. I told you everybody can't go, and that's okay, right? Don't hold yourself up. Don't delay. All right. So listen, I hope that this has helped you. I know when I made these alterations in my life, it helped me and it 10x'd my speaking career, 10x'd it, right? And I want to be able to support you. So make sure, again, you like, you share, you subscribe. Make sure, go to my email, send me an email. Let's check in. Let's get you on a call with me. Let's get you a consultation, right? If you're looking to elevate your speaking, if you're looking to go to the next level, if you're looking to be a standout speaker, we need to have a conversation. So you can email me. Email Tiffany at tiffanyharris.net. Visit my website at tiffanyharris.net. Follow me on Facebook, Tiffany Harris. Follow me on Instagram at Mindset Shift with Tiff. Let's stay connected. Your voice matters. Your voice is meaningful, right? And let me help you master that voice and that message that you have to share to the world. Don't be selfish and keep it all to yourself. All right. So I'm here to help you. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Make sure you stay connected. I will be adding more value here so that you can grow, so that you can soar, so that you can scale, so that you can succeed as a speaker. All right. Stay tuned for more. Take care.